Okay, so I guess third favorite. I'll do
third favorite.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go like 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay, so my third favorite.
Probably the way I should have done it, but whatever.
Rules, bro. Yeah. My third favorite, and it was literally just going through the catalog in my head, and I was like, I hadn't seen it in forever. But I remember the first time I saw it I was like, whoa, because it was genuinely scary, and it was around the time with Scream, because it was like 95. So Wes Craven's New Nightmare, so that's the one. So this was the reboot, or yeah, I guess it was a reboot, really. It was a continuation of the story, but I think it was meant to be like a reboot to kickstart the series, because they came off Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare, which, you're right, it wasn't the final.
Never the final.
Freddy's Dead, and Freddy's Dead is interesting because it's just a slapstick gory movie. You know, and I remember watching that and was surprised because when I was a kid, I think it was 4 or 5, I begged my mom to let me watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and she said, it's really, really scary, and I said, I'll be okay, and I was so scared that I actually fell asleep because I had my eyes closed. I fell asleep, I had nightmares for like weeks, so I remember...
Hey, he's going to get you in your dreams, right? You're probably afraid to sleep.
Right, like I remember being so scared from Freddy, that when I watched Freddy's Dead, I was like, wait, what the fuck? This is hilarious. You know, like, there's nothing really scary about this at all. Like, this is just funny. I mean, and I watch, like, all the movies. I've seen every single one of them.
Yep.
Even the remake, okay? And I find, like, aside from the first one, New Nightmare is probably, like, that would be my second favorite of the whole series. The first one didn't make the list, mainly because I really liked that they did it in the real world. So, like, this is the actress who played the first girl in the first movie is her, like, real name. So they use her real name, and they use Robert Englund, and Wes Craven's in it, and it's very, like, meta because Wes Craven's talking about how Freddy has been released since Freddy's dead, like, so he's in the real world, and so there's that aspect. There's the aspect of a revamped look for Freddy, so now it's not just the glove with the claws, now it's all part of his hand, and they do, like, a crazy bone structure to it. They, like, ugly up his face a bit more.
His face is quite hideous in New Nightmare.
Yeah, like, you know, it's still recognizable, but it's still, like, it's just, like, it's different. Like, he looks scarier. He looks like he's gonna fucking cut your nuts off. You know? He's not gonna be making jokes about it either. Which, like, when you watch them all and you see them build up to that, when you get to Freddy's Dead, you're like, okay, well, they were gonna get to that point anyway. But, I mean, like, except for the second one, because that's a terrible movie. It's a really bad, like, Freddy movie.
Yeah.
I think it'd be one of those movies where if it wasn't in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, it'd probably be really good, because, I mean, it's dealing with, like, homosexuality and stuff like that, which is really, like, in the late 80s, you would almost never do something like that.
No.
You know?
Well, I'm actually surprised when I watch old movies. I'm like, wow, this could have been the earliest film I saw that talked about this kind of stuff.
Right. But anyway, so, like, even just, like, having the kid, so the main actress, I can't remember what her name was, and I had it written down at home. I also told myself I was going to try not to use my phone as blatantly during these things, because, like, even Michelle's like, oh, you're looking at your phone? And then she's like, did you seriously just Google that? When it was Stan Lee's last name.
Right. Lieber.
I was like, yeah, I literally just did. You watched me do it. But anyway, so she's got a kid, and the kid is autistic. And I was saying this to you, like, before we started filming, that I think, like, the kid has been autistic in New Nightmare. He was autistic in Mercury Rising with Alec Baldwin and Bruce Willis. And it's like, I was actually going to Wikipedia and see if he really was autistic, because he played it so many times, except for in Full House. But who would notice?
Who would notice that?
That's right. But, like, so, of course, he's really good, and he sees Freddy, and he he starts being the kid, like the guy that doesn't want to sleep now because Freddy's in his dreams. And his mom's freaking out because she's like, well, how would he know? Because I've never shown him the movies. He doesn't know anything about this, right? And like it just ramps up, and it is gory, but it's not like so gory that it almost takes you out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's Wes Craven, and it's his baby.
Yeah.
It was his like.
No, he did the first one.
He did the first one.
He didn't direct the sequels though.
He didn't do the second one. I think he came back for the third because he was so.
So
mad.
he did do some in between. Okay.
I think because he was so like pissed that they did a sequel without him, and that's what it was. Like I said, like not a bad movie. It's just it doesn't fit. Whereas when you get into Dream Warriors, that fits, and then when you delve into Freddy's backstory in the fourth one, and it gets a little bit more into. I think that was the one where he had the kid. The Dream Child. Yes, that's right. Because then the fifth one. No, I'm missing one actually.
There's the Warriors.
The Dream Warriors, I believe, is 3.
This is 3. Child.
I think Dream Child is 4. But I could be wrong.
Oh, that phone is tempting, isn't it?
It is. It really is. Like now, I'm just like, oh wow. But anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of those even with like the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, where they like really made it look like he was burned, like his nose was melted and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked that. I thought that looked really cool, and I also like the actor.
Jackie
Earl
Haley or something.
Yeah, that's it. Jackie Earl Haley. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I thought he was like a really good fit for that.
Yep.
But what they did with A New Nightmare was like they ramped it up without getting cartoony. So you know what I mean? Like it was just like okay, all right. Like it was still Robert Englund. You knew it was him. But like now he had the like gross gashes and stuff like that, and this was all ingrained. It was all part of him. It wasn't a separate piece. It was just really really cool stuff, and like legitimately scary. Where you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
Oof, you know.
I haven't watched that since probably close to release date.
Yeah, like well, and I mean, admittedly, like I it was in chunks, so I didn't watch it all in one stretch. But like, I mean, just the fact that it's the actress from the first movie, it's
Very
Wes
cool.
Craven, it's Robert Englund, and they're all like in the real world.
Yep.
Oh, there was another thing too. There was earthquakes because it's in LA, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like there's like a crack happening throughout the movie, and it's symbolizing the crack in her sanity. Because of course now she's going like, well, fuck, this was a movie I was a star in. Now is this happening in real
life? Why is this
life?
happening like 20 years later?
Did Freddy kill my husband? Is he trying to kill my kid? Like, are all these people dying because of him? Is he real? You know, it's just. And I thought that was really cool.
That's really neat.
So there's a couple of layers to it where you're just like, and it's not like say like Fight Club where some people have to watch it a couple of times, or like 12 Monkeys where sometimes you have to watch that movie a couple of times where you're like, you know, like it's not that heady, but it's enough where you're just like, okay, all right. Like I guarantee you, I didn't pick up on a lot of this stuff when I first watched it. This is 22 years ago. You know,
a while ago.
I was too busy going like, holy shit, Freddy's scary again. Oh my god, right? But
I'm not laughing at all. What's going on?
There's nothing funny about this at all, and I think I'm just gonna go and hopefully sleep tonight. But you know, when you rewatch it, because I'm one of those guys that like, and I know you are too, where I will revisit movies. You know, and my favorite movie, I revisit constantly.
Oh, I'm the same way.
You know, and
much to the dismay of my wife, who's just like, again?
Yeah.
I still remember this movie.
I got Michelle to watch this movie. My top favorite. I got her to watch it all the way through, and I commend her for it because, you know, and we'll get to that shortly. But like, that's one of those movies where like if I'm flipping channels and it's 20 minutes towards the end, I'm watching it.
Nice.
You know, or if it's like it could literally be the last scene just before the credits, and I'm going like, and I'm looking to see if it's playing again so I can record it and watch it. Because, and after watching A New Nightmare, I think that's going to be one of those ones that I'll revisit. Especially because...
Yeah, I'm very curious to rewatch it now.
Especially because, like, with the remake, they did a lot of really cool things, but I realized that, like, I didn't like that they actually flat out established that Freddy was a child molester. I almost prefer the ambiguity in the first one. I know why they did it because it's heavy. You know what I mean? Like in the 80s, and we're talking about killing kids. So then you add on the fact that we're killing them in their dreams, and this is horrible, and it's molestations as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like, I mean, I get it. Like, I feel like it was good enough that he was just a child killer.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to add that in there. Like, you could have the undertones, but just saying it, it's like, it's too much.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, for me personally, that's one of those things where I don't even like to see movies or TV shows.
And rape.
Those are the two where I'm just like, we don't.
Yeah.
Like, even in a movie like The Brave One with Jodie Foster.
Right. That was a horrifying scene.
And that's central to the plot of the movie. I'm still just like, could you just tell us it happened?
Yeah. Yeah, I wish, yeah. So that's your top, that's your third.
That's my third favorite. That's my third
New
favorite.
Nightmare.
So yeah, check it out. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, 1995. I like this movie a lot. I probably will guarantee I'll be watching it again more and more from here on out.